All right, any questions before we start? My name is Mark Earlix, and I am a healer by the grace of God. And I believe that everyone has the ability to work with healing and intuition. It's just a part of life that we're not expressing because we don't know how to. And it's just a part of us. We all have the availability to it. And I refer to it as the living with divinity, living with God. And we're not separate from it. It's not separate from us in any way or another. We're just a part of it. And it's natural. And it's just awakening to that and finding that out within ourselves. And there's things that we can do to do that by being more conscious of our activities in life, looking at our words. Every word, every thought, every action is our living prayer. And it's realizing that at times, for moments even, and seeing that everything that we say, do, and think, in every word, every thought, every action, that if we observed what we're saying, then we'll see that there's actually life coming out of our mouth, when we're talking. And it almost enables us to want to catch ourselves, to say a truth instead of just anything haphazardly. And if our actions, if we see that, if we can just imagine for a moment that the divinity, the godliness moves through us, then we do things more purposefully in our life. And they form much easier in our life. And the more we practice that, the greater the manifestation and the quicker the manifestation. And it's the same thing with thinking. As we catch ourselves in our thinkings, we ask ourselves, do I want to think that necessarily? Or do I want to project that in my life? Even with gossips, say someone's gossiping, do you want that a part of your life? And we have a choice, in all these things. But then as we practice these little things for moments at a time, then, we find that things get a lot easier for us in our life and the people around us as well. And even with the intent of healing, everyone here has varying degrees of the ability to help others to feel better through touch and non-touch. And that's what, of course, I teach in the classes. But you'll see that the more we trust that, the greater the effect will be. Any questions about that, anyone? Anything I can try to answer, if that makes sense?
Mhm.
I personally go for the manifestations of things. I love that. And I love the energies. And Crystal loves the energies. And Patty, I know, and Ruth. And so, the energies are a projection of what's within us and how focused we are. So it all pertains to healing. And everyone receives healing to varying degrees. People that we're working with. Some people may experience it right away. Other people may experience it incrementally in their life. Or some people may find a cause for the first time in 5 years or 50 years of what's bugging them. So it's all available to us. And it just takes our trust that something is happening. That's all that matters. All right. Hey, Aria, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. And any questions, please? Anything I could try to answer, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mark.
please. Yeah, please. Hi.
So when this is Bruce. So when you talk about what about when an appearance of something comes up? It's it could be a cold, it could be like for me, heart murmur, kind of a AFib or whatever it is. When there's this appearance, right? How do we approach an appearance and recognize the truth of who we are?
One way that's really interesting is when we're starting to say, get AFib or something like that, and we could feel it. We could feel the surges. What I do, this is just what I do personally, is I take a look at that. I respond to it by acknowledging it, and I say, oh my God, this is so exciting. Something's happening. I wonder what kind of spiritual experience is coming out of this. I don't try to figure it out. I don't realize that, oh, it's the heart going bad and I'm going to have a heart attack or a stroke or something like that. I get excited about it. And I let myself realize that I'm having a spiritual experience. And I wonder what this is leading into. This is exciting. How am I changing? What's going to be happening? What's going to be shown to me? What's going to be told to me? And I observe it without the reaction, which is the resistance, which creates hell in our lives. Then what happens is there's a time that it quells and leads into an elevation of life versus going through hell of life.
So it's a spiritual experience.
Yes, it is for me. If I should have something like that, yes.
Thank you.
I try not to see everything. I have to run to the doctor. I'm not saying don't, because some doctors are really good. They're by God anyway. God created doctors, through man's thinking and wanting to help people or whatever. So some doctors are good. I won't get into that tirade, but other times I know that maybe this is my opportunity to experience something really wonderful, and I try to take advantage of that when I'm conscious of that.
Thank you.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And sure, if I was in a car accident or got hit by a car, I definitely want to go to ER, and if I was all broken up and stuff like that, of course, and other times, I prayed for many, many, many of people that were on their way to ER for things, and sometimes I found out that the doctor said, "Oh my God, I've never seen anything cooperate, the body cooperate like this before, or this is wonderful." So we have the opportunity, when we are aware of people in dire situations, dire straits, that we can possibly help them too. And when we hear about things, but if we freak out over it, we're contributing to it. If we can stay impersonal, we can do more. Not impersonal by being cold, but impersonal by being compassionate and by observing, objectively observing, versus getting wrapped up in an emotional situation. If that makes sense.
Definitely.
All right. Any questions or comments I can try to answer, please? That was a good one, Bruce. I like that. All right. All right. What I'd like to do is start working with one person at a time. And you may, as I said, you may experience something most immediately, which is fine and great. And realize that, please understand that these are what I refer to as, and what other people refer to as, quickie healings. They may last for moments, or they may last for the rest of your life, or anything in between. I don't know. And I do see people by appointment if anyone's interested. And I have the healing circle on Tuesday nights. And I have a healing clinic on Thursdays. It's a 20-minute appointment, a lot less costly than the regular appointment. And I do work by donation for a lot of these things. The donation not only helps us to keep going, but it helps other people as well. And there's some people that I work with. So please feel free from your heart. If you go onto the website, you'll see at the bottom there somewhere that it says gifting. And please, I don't care what it is, as long as it's from your heart, that's all that matters. Because it can't be an obligation. It has to be from your heart. And God reciprocates, believe me. God totally reciprocates. So, Crystal, my dear.
Yes.
Hi. Anything in particular you'd like me to work with?
Yes, the brain and the nervous system.
Okay. All righty. Anything in particular, or just in general? Want me to ask a blessing on it?
Well, so the I'm having like the tremors, the shaking.
Okay.
So I guess it's from the brain and the nervous system. I guess. So,
Yes.
yeah. If
Yes.
you would,
I'd be glad to.
thank you.
I'm going to work with the frontal lobe area.
Okay, great.
All right. And it's realizing also that when you were younger, you always perceived of yourself as fragile, and whether it be known or unbeknownst to you, you perceived of yourself as fragile. Then in reality, as you can tell now, you're strong. You're strong spiritually. You're strong and wise in your ways. But you needed the younger in order to realize it now and have everything happen in synchronicity in your life to be the strong woman that you are.
That's what I want. Thank you.
Okay, good, good. All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Hattie, my dear.
Hey,
Anything
Mark.
in particular? Hi.
Yes, my left second and third toe have been hurting a lot more when I walk without my custom arch supports. Like if I just wear a sandal or go barefoot, it's like knife pains and they're getting a little worse.
Okay. So that's my right, your left.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I'm dyslexic, so. And, also with your job, you're doing a lot of standing and whatever you do. But it'd be really good, and you might even been thinking about this as well, to start doing some walking.
Okay. I started walking a couple days ago.
Good. And keep that up, because what that's going to do is stretch, and you're going to get your little spasms in there, but it's still going to stretch, which is what's needed to bring life force.
It's very tight. It has been extremely tight.
Yes. And that's why the walking is going to be just really superb after a while. Not going to happen immediately, but after a while.
Right.
But a lot of the discomfort will be taken care of for you, though.
Okay, thank you.
You rock. All right, Bruce, anything in particular you'd like me to work with, please?
You
And
know,
name one thing.
I would say back to the AFib, because I've been experiencing some of it on this call. And so it seems like it's relevant right now. And I know we've talked about the energy around it, and just to see it as, as just energy and not to define it or anything. But yeah, just a little more work on it couldn't hurt.
Sure, I'll gladly. And some people, again, may feel things right away, others incrementally in their life, and others, as soon as they hang up, they'll say, oh my God, when did this leave me? If that should happen. And or 2 weeks or 2 months later, walking down the street saying, oh my God, when did this leave me? I've had it for 50 years or 5 years or whatever. Great. One great exercise that you may want to do is with your heart, and excuse me, with your heart is imagining, to image in action what it would be like for God to be pumping your heart for you instead of relying on you to do it.
Okay.
Yes.
Let God give you more life. Otherwise, what we're going to do, we're going to have this internal worry.
Yeah.
And we're taking charge then.
Right. So let
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Very important.
Right. Well, thank you.
Sure. My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. Did you feel anything happening when I was working with you with your heart?
What I noticed was that my attention is outside myself a lot, and I was able to bring it in and just kind of have that body awareness to come inside and just be present in my.
Yeah. That's when we're being present, is when we're allowing God to do it.
Yeah.
Then we have nothing to fear.
Yeah.
Then we can be of good cheer.
That's helpful. Thanks. Yeah.
Sure. Kathy, anything
Hi.
in particular? Hi.
About a month ago, I had a cough with some mucus, ran to the doctor, said I had bronchitis. Well, 2 or 5 prescriptions later, when I go to talk, I choke. So I think it's connected to my sliding hiatal hernia, but it's pretty scary because there's a wheeze, and I've never had a wheeze, like a squeaky toy.
Yeah. All righty. And are you on meds now?
You're on medication.
Well, I just finished my 2nd round of antibiotics, which I think was a waste. So I'm ready to try Nexium for GERD, but I'm not a pill popper and I'm not a doctor person.
All right. When you say you're not a doctor person, that means you're not going to go to any doctor for anything.
I don't like to go at all.
But she goes.
But I go out
But
of
you
fear.
do go. Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to verify that. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say work with your chest cavity, your lungs.
Yes,
How's that? All right, hon?
please.
You know,
thank you.
another thing that I won't diagnose, I won't prescribe, and I won't tell anyone they're healed. I know nothing medically.
Yes.
Um, you know, one thing that someone shared with me, and I tried about 40 some odd, 50, almost 50 years ago, 48 years ago, they had me take when I was having a really bad chest congestion.
Hmm.
Now I only have a nose congestion, but from the dust and stuff. But when I was having a real bad chest congestion, they handed me 2 cayenne capsules.
Ah,
And they said, hey, take this. And so I did, and it felt really warm in my chest. Then all of a sudden, all the wheezing and everything went away.
oh, thank you.
But only do it 2 capsules if you should try it. Only do it twice a day the most.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right. All right. Mild cayenne, I understand. That's what I heard. And
Thank you.
I got to say that's what I heard. But all right. So, all right. Let me work a little bit with you here. All right. Did you experience a warmth in your chest?
I experienced that and a lot of tingling and my right arm shakes, which usually means healing.
Okay, good. Good. That's life force flowing through.
Yeah.
So let's see what more happens with that. And you'd be able to get I think if you were to pursue the cayenne thing, you'd be able to get that at, say, Whole Foods or
Mhm.
one of those places. But don't get a really intense one because you don't want to hurt yourself. You want to get a mild one.
Yeah, because that's saying if it's GERD, I'm not supposed to do that.
Oh, okay.
But they don't know. They don't know. They don't know.
Well, yeah, just,
Yeah.
see what happens. See what happens.
You can't tell if it's sorrow, Mark. Great mucus is sorrow.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Sure. All righty. Let's see what happens from this
Sure.
if this doesn't help you.
Thank you.
All right, my dear.
Thank you.
Ruth. Hey, Ruth, turn on your mic there. Yeah.
Hi, Mark. If you could work on my back tonight, I
Yes.
would be less in pain.
Have you noticed any things happening with it over the past couple times we worked on? Be candid.
Yeah, I have. I feel it when you're working on me, and that first time when you spent a lot of time on it, it went away for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So that was great. Yeah. So I'd like that. Right.
All right. That's fine. That's good. All right. All right, good. All right. Can you notice any difference in it now? Is it the same or worse or better or?
No, it's better. Thank you.
All right, good. And please do, everyone, please keep me updated on how you're feeling and stuff like that with everything that we work with. And Glynis, please. Hi.
Hi. I have a problem with my right eye that over the last several years, no one could figure out. Recently, they've given me some possible diagnoses, which are fairly intense, so I don't want to buy into it. But my eye is now starting to bulge and I got a lot of headaches. And so it is a concern.
Okay. All righty. There, could you tell if anything was a sense in your skull?
I could, my skull started vibrating.
All right, let's see what that changes into, if it should,
Okay,
and if it doesn't relieve or help in some way or another.
wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, I pray so. I really do.
Thank you so much.
All righty. And did you come in to the circle tonight with a headache?
I did.
And how bad is it now compared to before, or is it worse or the
It's
same?
much less. It's much less. Yes, thank you.
Good. All right, good. Excellent. All right. Nancy, my dear.
All right. Well, first of all, I haven't been here in a few weeks, but the last time I was here, you did a little work on my gallbladder, and I just got better and better and better, and I feel 100% there now. So thank you so much.
Rock. You rock.
You rock.
You
Tonight,
do.
tonight I have probably a minor thing. I have all kinds of joint issues, but my thumbs are really sore lately, and I'm a knitter, and I take some online classes. I'm doing writing, and of course you use your thumbs so much when you're doing those activities.
Yes.
So I don't know, a little pain and stiffness in the thumbs is my complaint.
All right, let's see if we can help them out. Put your hands on your desk or table or your lap or whatever. It's funny because they're equally uncomfortable. There's not just one more than the other. All right, can you move your thumbs around a little bit and tell me if you notice any difference yet? And be candid, please.
They feel a lot looser than they did before. And while you were working, my left thumb all of a sudden felt like it was buzzing. There was a vibration going on there, and they feel a little warm too, which is kind of a nice sensation.
Let's
So-
see what more transpires from all this, comes from this. And, I truly pray that they, whatever. And what you might want to do is start giving find something for your other fingers to do exercise.
Right. Right. My thumbs are busy.
I know.
Right. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Blessing. And everyone, again, please keep me updated, how you're doing in life and stuff with things that we worked with. I'd really appreciate it. And Aria, my dear, anything in particular you'd like me to work with? Tell me one thing.
I've been yesterday I had something super weird happen to me. I started to feel kind of like chills and just a little bit dizzy. And later that night, my lymph glands just felt like balloons. It wasn't like, oh, it's a feeling that I'm having all by myself. No, if someone had put their hand there, they'd be like, whoa, what's going on? And so that's it. I don't know if those two are connected or whatever, but and the feeling came and went a few times. It even happened today a little bit.
Yeah. And in the interim, and while you're experiencing it, have the thought that, oh my God, this is a great spiritual experience happening. I wonder what it is.
That was my first thought. My first thought was, oh, it's ghosts. It's spirit mediumship. It's some kind of emotional shift, vibrational shift inside of me.
Yes, and wonder what's going to transpire from this in the long run. Because this is exciting.
Okay. I didn't do that yet. Yeah, I will definitely do that too. Yeah.
Yeah, always go to that. I wonder what's going to come out of all this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. And I keep seeing you getting so happy about something that you're going to burst out laughing. And, so that's a part of this too.
Okay.
All right, my dear. All right. Yeah. Lynn, is there anything you'd like me to work with, hon? Are you there, Lynn? There you
Hi,
are. Hi.
hi. I would love a blessing for my
Sure.
oldest daughter and her son.
Okay. All righty.
I haven't been feeling the best.
Okay. Which reminds me, with Kathy and Bruce, did Kathy have, uh, and I'll be right back, Lynn. Did Kathy have COVID?
No,
Okay. Did you have COVID?
no.
Okay. Because my thought is that this, the breathing thing.
Yeah,
And so sometimes people have and not know it. They don't get hardly anything from it. If that should have been the case, which is great that she didn't. But
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to.
I have some
Go ahead.
tests. Tell her to take one of the tests.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
Okay. Good. And this could be an after effect, even if you don't have the symptoms, stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Lynn's daughter and her daughter.
My oldest daughter and her son.
Her son. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. It's part of my dyslexia. All right. You got it, Lynn. Anything for you, my friend?
Um, you know what? I don't know what you've done, but my blood work came back so perfect. I'm like healthy as a horse. So thank you. But a blessing would be nice. Thank you.
You got it. You got it. God loves you,
Thank you.
as it does
Thanks.
all of us. I'm telling you, God is there. We're just waiting for us to come to it. And just to say hi. All right. Any questions? How do you feel, Crystal?
Well, I think as I'm sitting here and you're healing people, I'm feeling energies. I'm moving around and different parts of my body are starting to calm down.
Good.
So it's good. It's helping. Thank you.
Yeah, and try to remember that.
Okay.
Try to keep that in mind as well, you know, the whole sense of that. You know,
I will.
not that we're feeling better, but the moving of the energies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you.
All right, good, good. Patty, how are you doing, hon, with your toes?
Doing well. They feel a little bit different, but I can't wait to get to walking
Yeah,
to get them even stretched further. I'll be very
yeah,
happy.
yeah. The body sometimes, you know, needs regeneration. You know,
You got that right.
you really. Bruce, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. Every time I feel like the heart kind of going faster, I just say, oh, I'm getting attention to go inside my body, and I'm just going to let God do it, right?
Yeah, and it's almost like excitement, and I wonder what's happening with this. And of course, you know, medically speaking, if anything gets so bad, you know, you go to a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to try this in baby steps, see what it's like, what happens.
Yeah, no, I
And-
agree.
Yeah, and watch the change happen. That's great. And Kathy, how you doing, hon?
I'm doing good, you know. Well, the thing that keeps me going is this. And not that I'm a born again Christian, but not that there's anything wrong. Pick up thy bed and walk. That's it. And in the end, we're all going to drop dead. So you know, what are you worried about?
I don't see it as the end dropping dead. You know, I see the old man or old woman having a bunch of angels or something like that. Okay, it's Mark's turn. You know, he's going to teach us how to play cards. Just bring him up or something like that.
Right. The angels don't want me up there. They said, stay the hell down here. You cause too much trouble.
They want me up there to teach them how to play cards and drink beer. And
That's right. It's hard for a New Yorker to get in there, trust me.
That's hilarious. How's your back, Ruth? Do you notice any difference yet?
Yes, it feels better.
Okay, good. Is it more relaxed, realistically?
Yes.
Good.
Even though I'm sitting here at my office chair, it's more relaxed.
You're hilarious. That's good. All right, thank you, thank you. Glynis, do you notice anything in your skull?
Absolutely. When I got on the call, it felt like a bowling ball on the top of my shoulders. And it feels very light right now. And this is the least amount of pain I've had in a very long time. So
Good. And how long about?
Mhm.
And
I've
how
been doing-
long?
I've been going through this, trying to find out what's going on for almost 4 years.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just starting to take it seriously and saying, okay, there's something going on here. And so,
Yeah.
but it feels, I have long COVID. And so a lot of
Okay,
things,
you're the one. Okay.
yeah, I've got long COVID. And so a lot of things are kind of going a little sideways.
Yeah. Yeah, this might relieve some of the symptomology of the long COVID.
It'd be
And
great.
I wasn't sure who had it. I thought it was someone else, but all right.
Yeah.
But in any case, this will relieve some of the symptomology, I would assume.
That would be
And,
wonderful.
yeah.
Thanks.
And if you notice a difference, a change, if you have an opportunity to make an appointment with me.
Okay.
You know.
Sounds
And-
good. And
All
you'll be
right.
in Phoenix, you said.
Yes. Yeah. And on the website, it'll give you Sue Cavus's information for contact.
Okay.
You can call her. She'll get you in. She knows what days and stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. All righty. And Nancy, how you doing?
Doing good. Much more flexible.
Good.
No stiffness at all. That's amazing. And you know, it's
You rock.
making me think with all the conversation, what if we could just, like you said, Mark, think in a different way? Most of us think, oh, there's something wrong. My body is failing. Oh no, what is this? And we're all fearful. But that only makes it worse. You know, what if we could say this is a gift in some way? Like, for example, the lymph nodes. it's my body showing its power to try to heal itself. So I'm trying to get myself to think in a different way. Like, what if
Cool.
this something was a gift? What if there's
That's
a
right.
message here and all I have to do is try to figure out what that is?
God bless you.
Reframing it, because otherwise we're stuck in fear all the time, especially as we get older. We keep thinking, oh, I'm getting older, this is happening and that, and it takes me down the wrong road, that fear road. So I'm trying to,
Good
think
for you.
differently.
Good for you. And all that stuff is the resistance. And we have the resistance happening 1,000 times a day in the mind, in our thinking, and out of our mouth. If we can notice our words, this is what we started talking about initially. If we can, every word, every thought, every action is our living prayer. And if we can catch our words, we'll see that we have resistances. We have these things that we're spewing that are a part of the world that are non-spiritual in what we call spiritual. So the idea is to catch them and see where we're resisting in life. And once we see that, then we have less to say, but what we do say is more meaningful and more impactful in our life and others as well. And it affects our bodies, it affects the mind, it affects the emotions, it affects everything. And it's all one big synchronistic body.
Right. And less resistance is less struggle. Life shouldn't be such a struggle.
There you go. Live it now. Now live it.
With the river.
Now live it. Now live it.
Up the river.
Nancy, now live it.
Yep. That's the trick, is every day think along those lines.
Yes. Good. All right. Any other final questions or comments I can try to answer? Anyone want to try to stump me on something spiritual or about healing? I'd love it.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
share about your healing. When you healed me, I felt it in my legs, and I didn't even tell you that one of the symptoms that I was having was that my legs, I had the feeling like they were coming apart in a million pieces. This was yesterday. And so then I was like, oh my God, there's that feeling again, but it feels like they're coming together. That's all. Thank you for the
Awesome.
wonderful healing
Lovely.
as usual.
Lovely. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. All right. If there's nothing else, again, please feel free to do the gifting thing on the website, or if you want an appointment, a 20-minute appointment, sign up for the Thursday Healing Clinic. And if you want a full appointment, sign up for one. It's an elaboration on the short one. It's a big one, big appointment. And there's classes that I'm offering. You'll see them on the website. And anyone who's interested in any of the classes that either have been or is even in the future, you don't have to attend them, or you can attend them and still see them 1,000 times. If you sign up for it, you can go to any past workshop, and but you just won't be attending the past workshops, obviously, unless you can project yourself there. Other than that, if there's no other questions,
Mark,
comments.
we're sending you healing for the dust thing that you have.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the whole Boulder area.
We're sending it to the whole area. And
There
your
you
name.
I remember one time I was in Fort Worth, Texas, and it was raining. It was a Saturday, and I was living in my order house, and I wanted to go out and have a good time. I couldn't wait till Saturday came along. I just wanted to go out and look at storefronts, go into stores, browse, do whatever. And so it started raining. Everyone was staying in except for me. I had to go out. And I mean, it was really pouring down too. And everyone was saying, "Oh, you're going out, Brother Mark?" And I said, "Yeah, I got to get out there. This is going to be great." And so I started walking out the door. The rain didn't come into my head at all that it was raining and I was going to get soaked. And so I just, was just so excited to be outside. And then I got on the bus eventually, and but I didn't get wet. While I was outside, I did not get wet. And I see people running all around me, and I'm just enjoying myself. And then by the end of the day, I got back on the bus, and I talked to people in stores, and I was just having a great time. And then I got on the bus to come back home, and I walked through the door, and people are looking at me. I'm dry as a bone, no water, no nothing. That's what that reminds me of. So, and I just said, "Thanks, boss. This is great." And because there was a really fantastic excitement there, and it was just lovely, lovely. And that was the whole day for me. The other didn't come into my thinking.
Right.
So,
Amazing story.
You deserve it, Mark. Thank you so much. Bless you.
God bless everyone here. Thank you so much. Keep me
Thank you,
updated, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.